Hey there, beautiful soul. This is a restore or yin yoga class for the upper body. So if you know you're somebody who stores a lot of your tension in the shoulders, neck, or even the face, this is a great class for you, particularly if you suffer from headaches. So we have a lot of myofascia that connects from top part of the shoulder running all the way along the neck and even into the face. So in your postures today, please make a conscious effort to relax into the facial muscles. We can even tense up in our face when we're sleeping. So there's a lot of some subconscious patterning that's ingrained into not only our practice, but what we do that we may not even be aware of. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. What you will need today is a strap and potentially a block. Find your most comfortable cross-legged position and close the eyes down. Just for a few rounds of breath, just notice how you've arrived on your mat today. Whether it was easy to turn up for your practice, whether you felt challenged. Notice if there's any predominant physical sensation in the body. Keeping the eyes closed down, just let your left ear fall towards your left shoulder. And that may be plenty of sensation for you. If you'd like a little bit more, you can extend the right hand out to the right. The fingertips hover just above your mat. Feel the breath moving along the arm, all the way up the side of the right neck. With each exhale, feel that your left ear drops a little bit further towards the left shoulder, without compromising in the height of the spine. Practice will feel different if you're doing this in the morning or the evening. Really great to practice yin on a colder body so that the connective tissue stress goes right to the place of focus and it doesn't get absorbed and stolen by the muscles. So when the body is warm, it can be easier to move into a posture and we can feel more flexible. That doesn't essentially let the benefit move all the way to the connective tissue. Keep your head and neck where they are, leaning to the left side. Now place your left hand down on the mat, fingertips or whole palm, and now reach your right arm up and over the head so that you come into a side body bend. Because the upper body body connective tissue isn't as dense as the lower half of the body, it's not required to hold as long. You may even wish to walk that left hand out a little further and bend the elbow down if you're feeling open in the right side of the ribs. And emphasize your right sit bone connecting to your block or to the earth. Relaxing left ear towards left shoulder. Feel as though you're opening up between each of the ribs on the right hand side, breathing into the right lung. To come out of the pose, release the right arm back to the side as though someone is pulling you up gently by a thread of string. Then come to just rest in the center. You may be experiencing a great deal of sensation on that right hand side. In this moment in between where we rest, it's a really nice time to let the body, the breath, relink and rebalance, and to restore. Other side, the right ear now falls towards the right shoulder. You have the option to extend the left hand out next to your left hand side. The fingertips are stretching towards the floor but never actually meet the floor. Relax into your facial muscles, particularly when it gets challenging. We tend to screw up our face, the eyebrows, or tense the jaw. Try and let them release every time you notice that you do this. Let the right ear relax towards the right shoulder a little more. Think of the neck stretches as freeing the space between the head and the heart. So notice whether you are someone who thinks or acts from the intellect or the heart, or whether that's fairly balanced for you. If not, just have the intention to free the flow between the both of them. Start to balance when it's appropriate to connect emotionally, and when it's more appropriate to act from logic and intellect. each exhale. Sensation deepening, expanding your capacity to deal with that discomfort. Now we come into the side body stretch. The right hand plants down towards the mat and the left arm reaches up and over. Right ear still relaxing down towards the right shoulder. You may notice that this side feels completely different. If the stretch is too intense for you, it can be a lovely idea to place a block underneath your forearm or your hand to add height to the posture. Emphasizing the left hip, left sit bone connecting down to your block or your mat. And as though each rib on the left side of the rib cage is opening up, improving your ability to breathe, improving your breath capacity. Full oxygenation to the left lung. Release the tension that may have crept back into your face, to your neck, into your shoulders. Try and relax a little more. And if you notice that you can't relax completely, you may have moved beyond your edge and just come out a little bit so that you can be a bit more passive in your posture. Your next inhale, as though a thread of string, someone is very gently pulling on the fingertips of your left hand. Start to roll yourself back up to center. Come to pause. Feel the sense of height in your spine, in the neck, and feel the connection between the head and the heart. To move away from our seated posture that's also getting into the hips at the moment, let's come to sit on our heels. You may even wish to place a block in between your ankles to add height to your seat as you sit here. Make sure that your strap is nearby. The next pose is eagle arms. So bring your arms out to the side and then thread your right arm underneath your left. And if you get here today, that's great. You may just want to take hold of your shoulders. If you're able to make the connection with your palms, please do so. And feel as though you're able to move elbows just a little bit further away from your chest. And then if you wish, you can relax the forehead down into the biceps. It's closest to you. So it should be your left bicep. Beautiful opening between the shoulder blades. If you're quite muscular in the upper body, taking a hold of the shoulders is a great option. The flexibility of the forearms isn't there to wrap around. Still gets the same benefit of the posture. It's just more accessible for your body shape. A few more breaths here. Really gently start to release the hands, bring them wide again. And now bring your right arm up to the sky and bring your left hand behind you. Bend your right elbow and maybe your hands connect here. Maybe you use your strap. This is a great option if your hands don't connect. And now, see if you can let the right elbow move a little further back and relax. And see if your left hand can relax further down the back without dipping into the spine too much. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. And if you started to tense up in your seated posture, see if you can relax into your hips and pelvis and legs. Perhaps you notice one part of the body starts to tense up before other parts. And try to consciously release tension from that area. When you know it starts to contract, just release it. Gently invite your body to release any tension that's no longer necessary. needles in any of your postures, please come out. This may be a sign that it is compressing a nerve, and over time, if you keep getting this sensation, it can cause nerve damage. So please don't move so far. It's restricting the blood flow to the extent of compressing the nerve. Slowly now start to release the hands either from the strap or from their grip. And just do a few arm circles. And then the other way. Take a moment's pause with the palms resting face up on the thigh. Just before we come to the other side. So it gives the body a chance to rest before it moves in to the next couple of postures. Arms now come out to the side. And you thread your left arm underneath the right this time. Options to grab onto your shoulders or to wrap the arms fully around. And then to let the head and neck relax down towards the right bicep. Gently reaching the elbows away from the chest. So there's more opening between the shoulder blades. And it's as though you're giving yourself a massage in a way by releasing the fascia in the upper body, which can get pretty dense and tight. Relax your shoulders still away from the ears. Face is relaxed. You're still breathing fluently, and your seat is nice and planted on your heels, your block, or whatever seat you're in now. Let your mind follow the breath. Now slowly start to release your hands as we come into archer arms on the other side. Your left arm comes up to the ceiling, the right elbow bends, and the hand comes in between the shoulder blades. Your left elbow bends, the hands connect, or perhaps you use your strap. Find your place of stillness. The left elbow is moving back. You're not back bending too much here. There's still a nice tall spine. Your breath is engaged. Your face is relaxed. The shoulders are still relaxing away from the ears, and the left elbow is moving back. What does this side feel like today? Intention is to be as passive as you can in your pose without trying to fall asleep. While the body gets still, it's a chance to start to still the mind. It doesn't mean completely stopping thoughts. The brain is required to think, to make decisions, but it's about trying to make more space in between the thoughts that come through. Take 3 more breaths here. Slowly start to release your hands. Do a few of those arm circles. In both directions. Just to start to let the oxygen, the blood, the fluid start to move back. The parts of the body that may have been a little bit compressed. Target area for the stress of the pose. Let's come to lie on our belly. Now relax your forehead on your palms or your forearms. chest opener now, so gradually working our way down the body. Extend your right arm out to the right, palm face down. The left hand comes next to the chest. Your right cheek rests on the mat. And you may just get here as you gently push to your left hand, rolling your body to the side. That may feel like enough of a chest opener on the right hand side. If you want a little more, you may choose to bend your left knee, placing the left foot on the mat and coming onto the fingertips of your left hand to gently roll yourself onto the right arm. If you still need more sensation, you may choose to bend the right knee as well. So keeping both hips planted down on the mat, right temple connected to the mat. This starts to move all the tissues back towards the spine, so the scapula moving closer towards the spine. What can cause a lot of shoulder pain or scapular pain is when the rhomboids, the back, are overstretched. So that when we try and get into a good posture, like rolling our shoulders away from the ears and the shoulder blades down the back, it can be a little bit painful. So this posture in particular is educating the tissues in the body to move back, to give yourself that beautiful posture. To remind your tissues where they're meant to be. See if you can relax into the right arm a little more. And this one's quite common when people begin to get pins and needles. So please just move to a more mild version of this pose if that's happening for you. Or just move out of the pose as soon as you notice you're getting those sensations. And then perhaps move back in. Over time, with a regular practice, you may be able to move into the posture and hold it for longer periods of time without getting that loss of sensation or the tingling or numbing. Slowly now, start to roll yourself back to your side. And just come to rest on your right side of the body. Now lying on your right side, we come into a side seal or a side plank. You may choose to keep your knees bent here. You may choose to rest with forearm resting on the mat underneath your shoulder. Or if you need more intensity into the side body, you can extend the right hand out and come up so that there's more of an opening to the right side body. It can be really nice to place the hand just where the rib cage is on your right side. So choose your leg variation, knees bent, knees straight, depends on your anatomy as to where you may feel the best sensation for your body. The closer that the right hand is near the body, the more intense the stretch. So don't try and rush to your deepest posture straight away. Remember that you have time here to build up into the intensity. Feel the rib cage on the right side expanding in your left hand. Feel your abdomen moving along against the left forearm. Notice your breath capacity now. Observe your state of mind. Start to guide your way back down to the mat. Roll onto your stomach and rest face down for a few moments in a counter pose. Whole body relaxed. A lot of sensation perhaps in your upper body. A lot of regeneration happening in the fascia, the myofascia, the connective tissue in the upper half of the body, freeing space between the head and the heart. Come to the other side. Extend your left arm out to the side so your shoulder, wrist and hand are in line. And your right hand comes next to the chest. Left temple down to the mat. Choose your option for this side. Gently rolling onto your left arm. Just be slow. Make it enough. Just rolling very mildly onto the left arm. You may choose to have one knee bent or both knees bent, depending on your openness today. Moving into these stages progressively if your body is not as open when you're practicing. Having the intention of the shoulder blades moving closer towards the spine. And your shoulders relaxed. Head, neck relaxed, free of any tension. Remember to bring back your awareness to the breath. If you've noticed your face tense up, or even if your eyes have drifted open and started to take in the external stimuli around you, gently close them back down. Try to refocus your attention to the present moment, your breath, the physical sensation that you may be experiencing in this pose. Start to release by rolling back onto your left side, releasing your left arm so that you stay resting on your left side. Just take a moment's pause. Now come into side seal. So the left forearm is either underneath is on the mat and your left elbow is underneath the left shoulder. Your knees are bent or extended out. You may be pushing into your left hand, deepening the intensity on the left side body. Now placing the right hand on the left rib cage, just to connect with the place that you're trying to open. Much like in the beginning of the sequence, the practice, when we did the side bending posture, this is very similar in that we're trying to open the connective tissue between each of the ribs on this left side. So let the lower body be completely relaxed. Let the side body be as relaxed as it can. And then there is some action required to hold you up in this pose. Eyes are closed, the gaze is soft. It's not looking around the room. It's not analysing your thoughts, feeling as though you need to react to your thoughts. It's acknowledging that there are thought impulses coming through, and then just letting them pass. Time and a place to respond to your thoughts. And at the moment you're in your practice, connecting to this posture and the present moment. All the way down, come to rest on your stomach. Just let the side body and all the sensations that you're feeling just release. Turning a cheek on the mat, letting the arms rest by the side. Turn your head to the other side. all fours. Place the hands next to the chest. Push yourself into a tabletop position. We come into puppy posture or melting heart pose. So the knees stay underneath your hips and bring your elbows down to the mat. If you have two blocks or wish to elevate your hands, this is also a great option. Bring the palms to meet in prayer and then let your head and your neck relax down as it opens all of the side of the body, just underneath the armpit and along the back side of the triceps. Allowing your heart to melt closer to the mat. And feel as though there's more space being created in between the shoulder blades. A mild back bend here. Let the contents of your abdomen be completely relaxed as you inhale. As you exhale, the belly button pulls closer towards the spine. It's a lovely reversal of blood flow. Starts to oxygenate and circulate to the upper half of the abdomen. Bring more blood and oxygen to the head. Take 5 more breaths here. Slow, deep, and even. Start to release your hands. Move yourself back into a child's pose just to slightly counterbalance the back bend. We come into a bit of a forward bend here. You can choose to place your hands wherever feels comfortable for you today. You may rest next to the body or underneath the head. Move out of your child's pose and come up to a seated position and locate your block. This last pose is a real tester of the class to see how open you may be feeling in the upper body. So it's going to go underneath the shoulder blades. So you're not resting on the bone itself, but just below the bony structure of the shoulder blades. You may want to have a cushion to go underneath your head if you know that you're not quite as open in your upper body or the back or even the neck. So if you try this and you feel like it's too much, just grab a cushion or another block to place underneath your head. So the block is underneath the shoulder blades. The legs are extended, or maybe the knees are even bent for you here. And then let the palms rest by your side, face up. Heart's open. Chest is open. And the throat space is free of tension. Relax your lower body. Feel your breath moving freely in the abdomen, chest. slowly start to bend your knees if they're not already there. Roll over to your side and coming off your block. Remove the block from underneath you. And come now to rest in your final Shavasana. Legs extended, heels a little wider than your hips. The palms resting face up with a new level of awareness to the upper body. Take 5 conscious breaths here. And focus the attention in the heart center. So start to cultivate awareness in the heart. Feel a sense of lightness in this area. Letting the breath now be effortless. Still aware of your attention in the heart space. Now, as you inhale effortless awareness, the breath moves from the heart to the brain, the third eye center in between the eyebrows. And as you exhale, the awareness moves from the brain or the third eye center down towards the heart. Please continue moving your awareness from the heart to the third eye center on inhale, from the third eye center to the heart on exhale. Sensing, feeling, or visualizing light moving along this path. Now let the movement of awareness from head and heart go. Just sense lightness in the body, in the breath and in the mind. Find your stillness in the next few moments. without moving your body. Allow your attention and awareness to come back to my voice, sounds around you, the presence of your body resting on the earth. Start to make small movements in the fingers, the toes, more gently deepening the breath. Roll to your side and gently make your way to a seat that's comfortable for you. When you get there, just allow the eyes to close down and the palms to rest face up. As a sign of a more relaxed and open upper body. Notice how the shoulders fall away from the ears. Notice the presence between the head and the heart. And when there's a balanced relationship between the two. Bring your hands to prayer. And bring your thumbs in between your eyebrows, the third eye center. Connect to that space of intellect, intelligence, and logic. Bring your index fingers to the mouth. To speak with kindness and truth, and to connect and communicate to the heart center. Bring your hands down to the heart space. May there be more balance in your physical, mental, and energetic body. Bow your chin towards your hands to acknowledge your practice and to have a sense of gratitude. Namaste. Please take your time to move out of the practice, gently allowing the eyes to come back open with a soft gaze, to re-establish yourself in your own awareness and reality.